everyone, welcome back to Faith in Flower. If you're new here, my name is Robin, and if you're joining me for the first time, you may not know that we are sort of in between houses right now. We're in our current home, we're renovating our new home, and we're spending time in both places preparing for a move and doing a major kitchen renovation. In our new kitchen, we just received our induction range, and I was so excited that I had to try it out even though the kitchen isn't ready yet. Usually I'm fixing our meals while we're in our new home in our Airstream travel trailer where we are basically living during the renovations. But tonight I'm fixing a simple meal. I really just wanted to try out the cooktop and also the oven. So I'm just making some rice and some salmon inside the oven. And this is a very easy go-to meal for me. It only takes 20 minutes, the time it takes to make the rice. And I'm making the rice tonight in some bone broth and a little bit of seasoning. And the salmon takes just 15 minutes in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Before I put it in the oven, I just brush on a little bit of olive oil and sprinkle with whatever seasoning I'm in the mood for. Tonight I used just a little bit of garlic and Italian seasoning. I'm happy to report that both the cooktop and oven worked great. I think I'm really going to enjoy using induction, and I can't wait until the kitchen is finished so I can put it to use on a more regular basis. In preparation for moving, I have learned one of the best things you can do is to declutter. And one of the things that I really need to declutter are the pots and pans that aren't going to work on our new induction range. These pots and pans I've had for probably over 20 years at this point, and the coating on the inside is not good on a lot of them. So I needed to replace them anyway, and the ones that are still in good shape, I'm going to donate. And there are some other things that I found as I was decluttering, like these lids that look like a great idea. They are silicone and they are supposed to seal any sort of glass container, but they don't work great. So I'm going to donate those as well. And then I'm going to pull out other things that I know the movers won't pack, anything that's flammable or liquid. So I'm grabbing all of my candles and packing those up. I can go ahead and take a lot of these things over to our new home so that we can get that done and checked off our list. I have several of these plastic containers with lids that I wasn't using, and I decided that they would be great to put all of the candles into because I'm not quite sure where I'm going to store those in the new home. And I can stack those and put them in the closet, and because they're see-through, I'll be able to easily see what's in there. In the past, when we've moved, we've always had really great movers and really minimal damage, but there are always things that would be really heartbreaking to lose. And so I'm going to grab a few of those things that are extra special to me that I would be really heartbroken if they were ruined and pack those myself. One of those being these Christmas plates. We have Christmas china that I love to use every December, and it was collected over a number of years. My parents gave it to us as a gift each Christmas, and the ones that have the year on them, they were manufactured each year and they are not available, definitely not easily replaceable, and not inexpensive either. So we picked up some packing materials from Home Depot, and I decided to go ahead and pack these things myself, and we'll carry them over to the new house ourselves as well. And then that's one less thing for me to worry about in the move. When we moved here from North Carolina, our moving company packed our dishes with material like this. It's sort of a foam, and it's got a perforation, so they're sort of like 12 by 12 inch pieces, I think, and I can stack the plates in the box and I don't have to worry about them rubbing against each other. I've also seen people use paper plates in between, and I think that would be a good solution, but these are extra cushy and I think they're going to do a great job. So I am packing up the plates like this, and then I will pack up a few other things that go along with our Christmas china set to sort of pack in between and anchor everything really well. Another thing that would be really heartbreaking to lose in our move would be this fondue set. It was a wedding gift from Patrick's cousins. We love it. We use it all the time. And actually there was a little bit of damage. As you can see, this plate was chipped in our last move. So I want to take care of this myself. Every time we've moved, I've learned something new. So if you guys have any tips for moving, I would love to hear them, and I know everyone else would as well. So make sure you leave those down in the comments below. If you have been with me for a while, you know that we have an extended pantry or a prepper pantry, which basically means that we have our everyday food storage in our large pantry, but we also have up to about 3 months worth of food that we like to keep on hand for emergencies. And if you guys want to know more about that, I'll have a video linked down in the description box and in the cards above, a little bit more about that. We have been slowly depleting that because we knew that we were going to be moving and we didn't want to have to move a lot of it. So that means I'll have to rebuild at our new home, but it will save us having to move a lot of it. And we have eaten through so much of our food reserves, which has been really nice. It means that I haven't had to grocery shop as much or, plan meals as much because I'm able to just kind of go to our go-to recipes. So I am going to pack up the liquids in here because the movers won't pack liquids, and I'm also concerned about a lot of the glass jars, and I figure it would be just easier if I pack those things up. We can go ahead and take them to our new home, and I can start using them while I'm cooking over there as well. I love using these type of plastic bins for organizing things in our pantry so I can group like things together. It's made it so easy for me to really see what inventory we have so that I know what I need to buy and replace and what we already have and I don't need to buy. So I will continue to use those in our new home, and they're really useful right now when we're moving because I can group all of those glass and liquid items together to take along. We can put them in the back of our truck and I don't have to worry about wrapping them up because we're going to be moving them very gently. And when I'm ready to organize in our new space, I know I'm going to love using these containers. Most of what's left in our pantry are things that the movers can pack, but I'm hoping that we'll continue to work on this inventory before we actually move. There are still plenty of things that we can continue to eat, and we'll have less things to move. And as soon as we get established in our new home, I'm going to work on building our inventory back up, and I'll take you along for that if you're interested. While we're renovating our kitchen, I don't have a spot for these things, but there is a corner in our kitchen where I can keep them, and I can actually get to the things that are in these open bins quite easily and pull out anything that we can use until our kitchen is ready for me to organize them properly. If you like kitchen organization videos, I have loads planned ahead, and I can't wait till I get to that point. So be on the lookout for that, and I hope you'll join me. Now for an update on what we have accomplished in the kitchen. And as I have explained before, we ordered our cabinets from IKEA, and we've done all of the installation so far on our own. But with the supply chain issues and all of that, we are still waiting for some things from IKEA to complete our kitchen. And even though we don't have everything yet, some things are trickling in slowly, like these glass doors. So as soon as they come in, we install them. I'm also happy to report that even though we're missing some things, they aren't things that are holding up the next step in the process, which is installing the countertops. Once the countertops are in, the sink can be installed, and then we'll have a real working kitchen, even if a few things are still missing. here's where we are currently. Like I said, everything's ready now for the countertops, and once that's done, we can install the sink, and because we have our dishwasher, stove, and our refrigerator will be coming when we move, the kitchen will be ready for full-time operation, even if there are a few cabinet fronts missing. So we actually have the cabinet fronts for the drawers next to the stove. We just left them out because we're doing a little bit of tweaking over there. These drawers on the right-hand side are missing, but we do have the dishwasher ready to go. We put the panel on and the hardware that we're going to be using, which is really exciting because once we get all of that on, I think the kitchen's going to look great. And there are some finishing pieces, some trim work that needs to be done, and we just spoke with a Finnish carpenter that's going to help us do that. We can do that ourselves, and Patrick has done a little bit of it already, but it's just so time consuming. So it's going to be nice to get a little help with that if possible. Also, after the countertops go in, we'll be able to install a tile backsplash. We've got a pantry that we're going to be installing and lots of other little things that I can't wait to share with you guys, so I hope that you will come back and join me. Thank you for coming along on this journey with us and for all of the encouragement and support that you've given us. It really does mean so much. If you like videos like this, let me know by giving me a thumbs up, and don't leave without subscribing. We would love to have you join us here at Faith and Flower. I love hearing from you, so leave me a comment below and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful week.